Okay, now if you consider this Cartesian plane, and if you draw a dotted line or a kind of line, right? Through this point, well, we'll consider from here onwards up to here. Now I have drawn a line. Okay, so we change the color of that to black. No, 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 to black. To red. To red. Okay, everyone can see. Now, if you consider this line, okay, can someone tell me what is the equation of this particular line that I have drawn in red? මම රතු පාටින් ඇදලා තියෙන line එකේ equation එක මොකක්ද?
X equals 3.
Yes, correct. So how did you get that? It is x equals to 3, right? I hope that you know the thing that how you got it. Actually, if you consider any point on this straight line, right? Imagine the point C, right? What happens is the x coordinate remains constant, right? We'll write the coordinate of point C. It is 3 comma y coordinate. It is 3 in here, right? If you consider the point E, what is the coordinate of that? Coordinates of that, it is x is 3 and the y coordinate is -2, right? So if you consider any of the point, right? If you consider another point over here, what will happen? The x coordinate remains constant and the y coordinate only change. Okay, therefore you can name this equation, you can name this straight line as x equal to 3. Okay, so now if you consider any point which is in the left hand side of this straight line, which means in this direction, in this side, right? If you consider this side, now I have not colored each area right here as well, right? Everywhere, right? If you consider any point, right, such as B, A, I, H, J, any of these points, what can you say about the value of x? Right here, if you consider the point A, the coordinate of that one will be 1 comma 1, right? And if you consider the point H, it will be -4 comma 4, right? And if you consider the point J, it will be -5 comma 1, right? And if you consider the point K, it will be -4 comma -2, right? So if you look at this x coordinate, right? Here it is 1 and here it is -4, here -5, here -4, right? So if you look at this region, you can clearly see that the value of x is less than this value of here. May equation again x value, may line x value x is equal to 3, and then every coordinate which is in the left hand side of this straight line, such as A, B, H, I, anywhere, right? That x coordinate is less than this value, which is 3. Okay, and if you look at this the other region, right, which is in the right hand side of this region actually, right? What can you say about the coordinate of x, or the x coordinate? What can you say about it? Yes, Limira, what can you say about the x coordinate? If you consider this coordinate, it is 5 comma, it is 5 comma 2, right? And here, if you consider the point F, it is
5
comma -3. And if you consider E, F, G, what is this point?
H the B the sir.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, G.
B sir මෙතන H තියෙනවා අර උඩ.
This G, right? Okay, the point G is 7 -4, right? So if you look at this coordinate of x is 5, 4, no, 5, it is 5 here, 7, right? So all of these points which are in the right hand side of this straight line, which is x equal to 3, are greater than that value. Okay, Now, if you are asked to color a region on a particular coordinate plane, so you have to use this basic principle, right? මොනහරි color region එකක් color කරන්න දුන්නාම මොකද කරන්න කියලා right අපි දැන් ඉස්සරහට බලමු. හරි. So can you people just draw this? මේ highlight කරපු ටික නම් අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. Can you draw some points, right? මේ x equals 3 කියන points ටික x equal 3 කියන line එක විතරක් ඇඳ ගන්න. අනිත් points කැමති coordinates ටිකක් තියාගන්න. කැමති අකුරු ටිකක් දාගන්න කමක් නැහැ. Because when I'm giving the note that x equal 3 will be the one that I read. If you use any other value, you can substitute instead of that. So yeah, all of you quickly draw this. Yeah, have you finished? Still not. David, have you finished?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nirman, what has happened to Resendu? Son, me කවුද මේ චමත්? නෑ මිනිහා. එයා තමයි.
දන්නේ
මොකුත් කිව්වෙත් නෑ. Anyhow, it will give the record to him. Recording to him. So can you guys what happened last week? Did you go to school?
අපි නම් ගියේ නෑ, sir.
අපි නම් ගියේ නෑ. උඹලා වහ.
අපිට සවුද පටන් ගන්න.
මං අහන්නේ මේ ස්කූල් ඇරපු මිනිසුන්ගේ.
ආ.
ආකාශ. Central people, what happened?
අපිට සවුන්ද සර් පටන්.
Ah, yeah, I know that you are also on Saturday. Coming week. None of you went to school? Okay. So do you guys prefer starting these physical classes or like continuing these for another 2-3 weeks and then we'll start? What do you prefer? Your opinions are welcome, right? Because you are the ones who attend the class and I've just come for a few hours only, and you should decide what we should do. Continuing in this way, is it effective or is it less effective? So every strategy, in every method there are pros and cons, right? So you need to compare. So which one is better? The one which has the most advantages can be used. Doing it physically. Or yes.
Sir, physical classes are better than this.
Yeah, I know, of course. And so will your parents allow and to come to the classes? And so there are some conditions which will affect them. Right, okay. So it's open up, it's up to you. So you people can decide, and I'm not by forcing anyone to come to physical or to continue this, and it is your choice. You people can discuss in the groups, and then we'll come into a decision. Anyhow, for tomorrow we have the class same way online, and so let's think about that after that. Okay, right? Okay, I hope that all of you have drawn this. So the time is enough. Now below this chart, put a star mark and write. If the points which are in, yeah, if the points which are in the left hand side of the straight line x equals 3 is considered we can see that the corresponding x coordinate is the corresponding x coordinate is less than plus 3 and in the points which are in the right hand side of the line x equals 3, And the points which are in the right hand side of the line x equals 3, the corresponding x coordinate is higher than plus 3. Also, right, if you consider the points which are on this straight line, now if you consider the point C and E, right, what can you say about those points? The value of x coordinate is equal to 3, right? Okay, so you can indicate that, so you can write that one as well. Also, the points, also in the points which are on the straight line comma the x coordinate is equal to plus 3. Okay, right in the next line, we can use the above principle to find the regions on Cartesian planes. Okay, hope you got this point. So hope you have written it down. හරිනේ ලියුවා නේද?
Yes.
Right. So okay, now if you consider this Cartesian plane, and yes, if you have, name it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this, right? And imagine that you want to mark the region which is less than 4. Okay, and similarly, okay, you can see 2 of this. Okay. 5, here it is 5. Yes, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -1, -2, -3, minus 4, right? I'm not interested about the y-axis, by the way. You can mark them as well, right? Now here we are going to discuss about two basic actually important things. And here, if you want to color the region, or if you want to mark the region, which is okay, first one. In the first one, x is smaller than 4. The other one, second one, x is smaller than or equal to 4, right? So these are two different things actually. Okay, so if you consider the second one first, right? Here in this one, you can draw a line, right, which is, sorry. So you can draw a line, wait. Yes. At x equals 4, like this, and you can name it x equals 4. And if you consider the previous example, now here, if you look at this one, what about the point B? What about the point A? What about these all the points which are in the left hand side of this x equals 3? All of them are less than that value, which is less than 3. Okay, and if you look at the right hand side, they are higher. So similarly, if you look at this one, right, what can you say about this? Right, so in this side you should have the regions. If you consider any point here, the coordinate of x is 1. If you consider any point in here, right here, on anywhere, you can see that the coordinate of x is less than the value 4. Therefore, if you want to indicate this region, you have to color this side, right, like this. Okay, you can color this region very nicely like this. So this is the region which you color okay. So this region which is x is less than or equals to 4, right? So what is the difference when it comes to x is smaller than 4, right? The only difference in here is you cannot draw a solid line through the point 4 like this, right? What you have to do is you have to draw a dotted line like this through the point 4, and that is to indicate that the value is not equal to this, right? So this is x equal to 4 line. So if you are coloring the region which is smaller than to 4 and which is not equal to 4, you have to indicate that line with a dotted line like this. Understood? And then you have to color this region. That's all. The only thing difference is that you have to draw a dotted line. Okay? Understood? Is it clear? If it is equal, you can draw a solid line, and if it is not equal, you have to draw a dotted line like this, right? Hope you understood it. Okay, right? Small example. Example. Liana, example කියලා දාලා ලියන්න. ඒක ඉස්සරහින්. Let's consider regions on a Cartesian plane. Yep. It's better if you can draw it side by side. Maybe side by side and if you don't have much space to draw -4 -5 විතර යනකම් අඳින්න බැර -3 එකෙන් විතර නවත්තන්න කමක් නැහැ. Right? ලොකු තඩියව ඕනේ නැහැ. තමුන්ට aspect ratio එකක් තියෙනවා නේද? So use that. Okay, I'm not going to give you a note, right? If it is equal, you have to draw a solid line. If it is not equal, you have to draw a dotted line, right? I'm not going to give a note, so you have to keep a note, okay? Right, finished? Maybe I finished?
Yes, sir.
Right, somebody has dropped a message. Oopsie. Yes, sir. Okay. Um, So similarly, if you consider the other way round like this, I will give you few seconds to try this. You can try it your own. You can guess y is smaller than -1. The other one is y is smaller than or equals to -1. So do it by yourself. Now here it is y, not x. So when it is y, what can you say? මොකද වෙන්නේ y with? So if you consider y-axis like this, I'm not bothered about the x-axis. You may also like this, and let's copy this around. So if you consider that not equal, so can you draw a solid line? No. But when it comes to y equals, or right, if you want, first of all, you need to draw a line y equals to -1, right? So if it is y equals to -1, that should go through the point -1, right? So it should be like this, going through the point -1, right? And it is parallel to x-axis, right? Hope everybody know this, right? It is not a much difficult scenario, right? So if it is, so if it is not equal, so what you have to do is, right? So this is the markup. Take a pen. So this is x equals to -1. Here it is x equals to -1. So less than -1. No? So you have to color this region, the region which is below this line. And here also this below this region. The only difference is here you should have a dotted line since it is not equal, and since it is equal, you have to have a solid line. That is the only difference. Okay, hope you got it.
සර් එතන x නෙමේ y නේද?
Really? Yes. I'm sorry. Yes, it is y. Thank you for that. This is y equals to -1, not here +1 as well. -1. We'll write it in the top. Very nice. This is y equals to -1. Okay, here y equals to -1. Right. Right. I will give you a small exercise in your textbook. Exercise 25.2 okay.
සර් ඕක ලියා ගන්නව නේද?
What? මේකද?
ඔව්
මේක ඇන්ද නේද?
නෑ තා.
අයියෝ. ඉක්මනින්. Quickly draw this. I didn't mention it. Okay, so I'm sorry if it is my mistake. So you can say similarly y is minus less than minus 1 and here y is less than or equals to minus 1. Shama, did your parents went to school? Teachers? No.
තාත්තනේ අම්මයි.
Amma gaya?
ආ
තාත්තට ඉන්නේ ළමයා යන්නද?
තාත්තත් නාරම්මලනේ.
එහෙම අහලා. ඒ හින්දා නැත්තම් එහෙමද? anyhow be safe මොන හැදිලා හොඳ වෙනවා කියනවා. ආයේ හැදුනාම අනිත් එකට යන්නේ නැහැ කියනවා. ಜಾති දිනේ එන දේවල් කියනවා මේ ඊට හොඳ හදාන ගන්න නැතුව ඉන්න එක. Right. Hope you have finished it, right? Right. Those who have finished can go to the exercise 25.2, question number 5 and question number 6. Quickly. Question number 5 and question number 6 in exercise 25.2. EX 25.2, question number 5 and question number 6. Give you that share. Those who have not the text, those who haven't the textbook, yes, you can see. Question number 5 and question number 6, huh? This one and this one. Finished? Okay, so let's have a look at this. So what it says, write down two inequalities relevant to the shaded regions. Yes. So here you can see that if you consider this line, what is this line? මේ line එක මොකක්ද? This is y equals to කීයද? මේ line එක y equals to 1, no? And what about this? This is x equals to -2. Okay, so in this region it is greater than, sorry, you know, make me edit කරන්න පුළුවන් මේකනේ. Okay, let's do it like this. Y is greater than, is it equal? Yes or no? Yes, it is equal to 1. No? And if you consider the x-axis, so you can say, and what about x? Is it equal? No, but it is higher than -2, right? Okay, so write down two inequalities relevant to the shaded region. So you can write these two, both, any of these. Y is greater than or equals to 1, and x is greater than or equals to -2. Sixth one, in a Cartesian plane, shade the region satisfying the four inequalities. X is greater than 1, x is greater than or equals to equals to 3, y is smaller than or equals to 2, and y is greater than -1. So have you done this? මම මේ 6 වෙනි එක හදන්න ඕනේ කියලා හිතන අය කියන්න බලන්න. If you can do that, doing it again by me is a waste of time.
ඕනේ.
On it. Okay. So let's have a plot in these. Yes, wait. Okay. Right. So let's share this. The other one you share. Yes. Okay. So if you count this Cartesian plane, so it says that yeah, we'll go to the first. We'll go to x is greater than 1. Okay. එකට වැඩිය ලොකුයි and it is not equal. So let's use a color like blue. So it should be a dotted line across the cross one, and in this one it is, so it is mandatory to write the name of this line, right? So it is x equals to 1. The other one is x is equals to, x is less than or equals to minus 3. No, 3, positive 3, not minus. So it should be a solid line. So let's draw a solid line. Okay, this should be the line. So here this is x is equal to 3. Okay, now if you color this x equals to 1, right? So this should be the region. Oops, mistake. This should be the region. This is what? X equals, sorry, x is greater than 1. Okay, and I hope that there's a small mistake, but anyhow we'll do it as it is. Okay, and it says that x is greater than or equals to 3, right? Hope that it should be x is smaller than or equals to 3, but anyhow, so let's do it as it is. Right now, if you mark that region with the same color, if I color in this way, so this should be the region, right? So since they are asking, okay, leave this. So let's go to the y-axis with another separate color. Okay, so let's go it with black. Yeah, it says y is less than or equals to 2. All right, so let's go with black to that one. That line less than or equals to 2. 2, 2, 2, right here you have. So this line is y equals to 2. Okay, so if you go and consider, so they are speaking about less than, yes. So you should consider the region below this, since they are speaking about the value less than that. Okay, so it should be in black. Hope everybody can see that. Is it clear? Yes, so this is the region. Pretty little bit messy in this, but anyhow. Next one, y is higher, less, sorry, greater than minus 1. So minus 1, here this is minus 1. This is y equals to minus 1. So it says that should be greater than that value. Yes. So the top region above this should be colored in this way. Right. ටිකක් කැතයි කමන්න. හරි. දැන් අපි බැලුවොත් මෙන්න මේ දෙකෙන්ම පාට වෙලා තියෙන. ඒ කියන්නේ කළු පාටින් මේ අතර ඉරි වැදිලා තියෙන්නත් ඕනේ, මේ අතර ඉරි වැදිලා තියෙන්නත් ඕනේ. නිල් පාටින් දෙපැත්තට මිරි වැදිලා තියෙන එක. right? ඒ region එක විදිහට ගත්තොත් අපිට consider කරන්න පුළුවන් මෙන්න මේ region එක. බලන්න මං හරිද කියලා. මෙන්න මේ region එක. ඔන්න ඔය ටික තියෙනවා. තාත් හරිද? ඔය ඔක්කොම satisfy වෙන්න ඕනේ නේද? එතකොට ඔය ඉරි සේරම වැදිච්ච එක තියෙන්න ඕනේ. So if you use separate colors or if you use separate styles, so you can figure it out very easily. Okay. වැරදිච්චා ඉන්නවනම් හදාගන්න. Inuka, what about this? Have you got it correct? Malmi, is it correct? Mandini, is it correct? Okay, good. Shalika, what about you?
Correct, sir.
Yes, let me. What has happened?
දන්නේ නැහැ සර් මං ජොයින් වෙන්න කියලා කීවා. ඊට පස්සේ මේක රිප්ලයි එකකුත් දාලා තිබ්බ නේද?
Yes, I saw that. And
අනේ මන්දා මං කීවා ජොයින් වෙන්න කියලා. ජමල් කලාටත් කීවා.
අමල් කරනවා මල ගෙදරක් කියලා කෝල් එකක් දුන්නා.
ආ.
ඌ නුවරඑළිය
අනික අයටත්
ගිහිල්ලා ගැටි.
කීවා.
බොත් ටිකක් දන්නේ. ඕමනාව තියෙනවනේ ඉතින් මේ ඔන්ලයින් ඉගෙන ගන්නකොට සමන්ට ඕමනාව තියෙනවා නම් විතරයි නැත්තම් නිදිය ගන්නත් පුළුවන් ප්‍රශ්නෙකුත් නැහැ. හරි? මැත්ස් වගේ සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක දැන් ඕන ඉංග්‍රීසි වගේ නම් ඕන ඇඳේ නිදියගෙන හරි අහගෙන හිටියා කි. මේකේ මොකද කරන්නේ මේසක් ගාගෙන ඉන්න පිළිවෙල වැඩක් කරන්න ඕනේ. හරි? Okay, so hope that everybody got this. So let's move into the next part. Right. ලියන්න ඊළඟ subtopic එක inequalities of the form where is that? Yeah. ලියන්න inequalities of the form y is greater than, equal or smaller than x. This is the next subtopic. All right, now you can see that I have drawn a coordinate plane right here in this one. So if you consider this red line, right, so the equation of that one is y equals to x. All right, simply you know that the form of this graph is y equals to mx, and currently the value of m is, or the gradient is 1, therefore it is y equals to x, right, which means if you consider any point on this, let me consider one point A, it is 1, 1, right? And if you consider this point B, which is 3, 3, right? So any point on this straight line will give the same value as y and minus 2, minus 2. Both x and y values are equal in any of these points on this straight line. Onama point ekkadi x ge value ekai, y ge value ekai samanai. Everybody knows that, right? So if you consider any point, oh, not any point, we'll consider point like this A, B, C, let these 2 points be C, and let this point be D, right? If you consider this point, let me go to the color, point E. What about the coordinate of this point E? And if you go to this point A, B, C, D, E, F, and here E, F, and here point G. Yes. So, Inuka, give me the coordinate of point E. Go. One comma. Go.
1,4.
Good. 1,4. Right. So, Chamath, what about the coordinate of F?
-3,3.
Yes, good. So, Nirman, what is the point G? One comma, go. -5, isn't it? Right. Now, let's go to some points over here. Right?
සර් G එක එහෙමද?
සර් G වැරදි නේ?
Am I wrong? Yeah, I'm wrong. Yeah. Thank you. So it is minus 6 comma 1 eh? Right. Yes. So okay, Libera, what about the point EF? There's a cat fight. Okay, so anyhow, A B C D F G H. What about the point H? Coordinate of point H?
සර්
Libera,
M කියන්න මොකක්ද?
where's M?
Yes, sir.
In here.
ආ
Yeah, M is a gradient. Can't you remember?
මතක නෑ.
Apache. So if you consider graphs in grade 9, right? Anyhow, okay, I will remember you just after this. So wait, okay.
නෑ සර් මේ ඉක්වේෂන් එක මතකයි gradient කියන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා මතකයි.
Yes, okay. Gradient is the ratio in between the y coordinate and the x coordinate in between of any points. හරිද? එතකොට ජමත් මෙන්න මේ point B එක ගත්තොත් y coordinate එක මොකක්ද?
3
3යි. x coordinate එක
3
3. එතකොට ratio කියන්නේ ඔය දෙන්නගේ බෙදීම. එතකොට කීයද උත්තරේ?
1
Right. The ratio in between the y coordinate and the x coordinate of any point is the gradient of that line. Okay. If this gradient is equal in 2 or more points, that line has the same gradient. මතක නැද්ද මම ඉගෙන ගත්තා? M is the gradient.
හරි මතක් වුණා.
Right, Libera, what is the coordinate of H? 4 comma 1. And if you consider point I, yes, Mandini.
2 comma minus 2.
2 comma minus 2. Right. So if you have a look at this point E, what can you say about the coordinate of X and Y? Can you see any particular relationship? I mean, smaller than, higher than, any kind of a thing? Which one is higher? In this case, 4 is higher, ne? එතකොට y coordinate එක ලොකුයි x ට වැඩිය. එහෙම නේද? Right. So Malmi, what about this point F? Which one is higher, x or y?
Y.
Y is higher, right? So if you consider this channel, what about this? Which one is higher? Which one is smaller? Minus 6 comma 1. Who is larger? Who is smaller? What has happened? Go. Yes, you are there. I can't hear. Yes, okay. So here also the same thing. Y is higher than the x coordinate. Can you see that? This is 1 and this is minus 6, right? Right. And if you look at this side, point H and point I, which one is higher? X or Y? Yes, Mandini? I know that you can speak and you have a mic. Please unmute and speak. Eh? How the loku, how the body? X or Y in this coordinate?
X.
Yeah, X is higher, right? What about this? Same, Mandini. Is X or Y is larger?
X.
Yeah, X is larger, right? Good. So can you see a particular relationship in between either directions of this? What about this side and what about this side? Can you see any relationship? Here in these all 3 points that you can see, y coordinate is higher than the x coordinate, right? Very clearly you can see. And if you consider any point which is top above or above this line, the same relationship can be observed. Okay. And if you consider any point which is below this line, which is y equals to x, we can see that the value of x is higher than the y coordinate. Okay. So we can use this principle in marking the regions in the form inequalities in this format. So I want you people to draw this as soon as possible. Right. I will erase these parts which are unwanted parts. So, right. Yeah, okay. Quickly draw this. No need these arrows. Quickly draw this. All right. Write a note below this. Hope all of you have done it, written it. I mean, drawn it. Okay. Right. When the points A, B, and C are considered, we can see that the x coordinate is equal to y coordinate, and the points and in the points which are above the line y equals x, the y coordinate is smaller than, sorry, y coordinate is higher than the x coordinate, and in the points which are below the line y equals x, the x coordinate is higher than the y coordinate. Right. Below that, right, we can use this principle in marking regions related to related to the inequality regions related to inequalities of wait, something wrong here. Inequalities of the form is black. Y is greater than, less than, or smaller than X. All right. So by using that, okay. Yes, 1 minute. 2, 4, 6. All right. So this is the line of y equals x. Okay. And what is this region then? Which is above this value? This region represents y is greater than x. Okay. And actually it is equal, y is greater than or equals to x. Okay. Can you understand it? Why? Since you have drawn with a solid line. Okay. Okay. Oops. Right here, this is line y equals to x. Okay, so if you color the region above this is the region of y is greater than or equals to x. Okay, and similarly, if you color the bottom region, what is this region? This is y is smaller than or equals to x. That means the value of x is larger. And if you have a dotted line instead of a solid line here, something like this. Yeah, you people can draw it quickly. So this is y equals to x9, and here also y equals to x9, right? And if you color this region, yes, Inuka, or this region, y is just greater than, wait, y is greater than x only, right? It is not equal. Why? You have drawn a dotted line, right? And if you color this region, What can you say about this? This is y is smaller than x. Understood? Okay, hope all of you can see these all four figures. I want all of you to draw these all four figures. Right? Remember, if you have a dotted line, it is not equal. Okay, if you have a solid line, it is equal. Right? Guys, have you finished? Okay. Uh, Yes, I will give you some time, like 5 to 10 minutes, just to finish this exercise. I want you people to attend question number 3, 4, and 5. Question number 3, 4, and 5, quickly. Right. Have you finished?
සර් තුන්වෙනි එක විතරයිද?
3, 4, 5 කොල්ලෝ. This one, this one, this one. Should have asked me. Right. So write down the coordinates of 3 points which satisfy both the inequalities. Y is smaller than -2. So, and y is smaller than -2 and y is greater than x. Okay. So how can you write down coordinates of 3 points? Yes. So what is the coordinate that you should decide first? Is it x or is it y? So you are asked to write 3 points. So in order to do this as fast as you can, so tell me which coordinate you should decide it first. Is it x or is it y? Yes, you should decide hopefully the y coordinate, right? Why? Because here you have two restrictions in y. Here it says y should be greater than x and it should be smaller than -2. So simply you can take -3. Okay. And you can consider any value which is less than, sorry, what is the x coordinate now? If you can consider -3, right? And y should be greater than that, smaller than this, sorry, x should be smaller than this y value. So you can consider -5, right? Sorry. -5. Okay, and if you can consider like -5, yes, and you can consider any value which is smaller than this for x. You can consider -10, anything. Both the conditions should satisfy. Yeah, dekam hari unknown. Hope you could understand. You can use any points over here. Right, fourth one. In a Cartesian plane shaded react, you hope that you have done it. X is greater than or equal to 0, which means the y-axis, and y is smaller than, so y is greater than x. So if you have this y-axis and the x-axis, yes, if you have the y-axis and the x-axis in this way, and so the first one, which is x is greater than or equal to 0, is this region. Okay, and y is greater than x, so you should have some dotted lines across here. So this is the line y equals x. So y is, so this region should be colored. Sorry. So this region actually, wait, we'll highlight it. Writing in PDF is difficult. Anyhow, yes, yet. In a region, like a color when wait. Let's change the color of this to blue. Yes, this region should be colored. And this line should be a dotted line. When I line a dotted, this should be a dotted line. right? Yes, this is something similar to third question, so hope that you can do it. Not much difficult. Right, with this, we come into an end of this lesson, 25th lesson. And before starting the new lesson of 26th lesson, it is something related to yes, it is something related to frequencies and all these things. So I would not like to do that because while I was teaching for grade 11 students, I took like 2-3 days to finish the lesson because it takes a huge lot of time to draw these charts in this format. So since there is a possibility to start the classes physically within 2-3 weeks, I hope that I could finish this one by one day, one class, the chords of a circle, or maybe 1.5. So with that, I would like to start that lesson physically. And so instead of that, we will start the chords of a circle. So when starting the chords of a circle, you should be much familiar with these parts of the circle, right? So before ending up the session for today, do you have any questions in this lesson which we have learned, which we have done previously? කලින් ඉගෙන ගත්තු පාඩමේ මොන හරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙන අය ඉන්නවද? Any question in this lesson? Anyone who has any problem about any algebraic inequalities, please speak, right? කලින් වෙන පන්ති එකක ගෙන මොන ළඟ ඉඳන් බැලුවා හරි තේරුණාද නැද්ද කියලා, right? But in here you have to be honest. Don't be shy, right? So because your friends are here, so you can ask any question that you have, so that you need to clarify anything. If you have anything to clarify, you may ask. If not, we can move to the new lesson, and I will give you a small work related to the new lesson. I'm going to skip the 26th lesson, okay, which is frequency distributions. We will discuss once we start physical classes, right? That will be convenient, and otherwise here we have to waste a lot of time. ප්‍රශ්න තියෙන අය ඉන්නවද අහන්න මේ පාඩමේ ඉක්මනට? Guys, no problem. No one. Nivita, do you have any problem? No. Inuka, any problem? Nandini?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Akasha, do you have any problem? You don't have a mic to speak. Okay. You can type if you're having a problem. Right. So if you go to this 27th lesson, all of you have the textbook with you. You may write the new lesson in your writing book, chords of a circle. You may mark all these, you may draw this figure, okay? Both the figures, so you may draw all these things in one figure. Hope everybody is familiar with these parts, but for an introduction, I'm not going to waste the class time for that, so that I'm going to remind you. Before coming to tomorrow's class, please everyone draw these two figures and mark these things nicely, okay? And yeah, so here you have a small description about these parts, chords and the circle and the diameter and radius and all these things. When I'm starting the class tomorrow, I'm going to assume that all of you know this content, right? I mean, all of you know about these chords of a circle and parts of a circle, and not chord, and all these components of a circle, right? I'm not going to describe you again what this part, and I'm not going to give you a detail, right? So I wish that everybody can understand this one. So it is pretty much easy. So everybody please go through this components, right? Don't need to go through the lesson, right? Because I will teach you the things, right? No, don't bother about the contents of this. We are going to learn about them, but before that, you should be familiar with these all parts of the circle, right? So what is a chord? What is a circumference? So don't get confused once මම මේවා ගැන කියනකොට තුස්තිම් භූත වෙලා වගේ බලන් ඉන්න එපා, හරි? ළඟ පාත ඉන්න නැහැ නේ. හින්දා අර හොයා ගන්නත් බෑ තේරුණාද නැද්ද කියලා, right? So please everyone go through these parts and then draw 2 circles or 1 circle and mark these things, right? So you can be familiar, right? So for today I will stop the session. So thank you for coming, and it is 8:25 right now and no time to discuss the lesson. So you can go through these parts. I will be sending the video as soon as possible once it is converted and once it is uploaded soon, because students need to join the tomorrow session. So hopefully they can go through this video, right? Those who missed the class, right? So I will send it soon, right? So thank you for coming, all of you, and we'll meet tomorrow. Okay, goodbye. Good night, and everyone.
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir.
Goodbye. So right, tomorrow class is on the same time, right? 1 we'll start. I hope that we can start at 1. I will be posting a message, right? Don't be confused. Goodbye.